Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Thursday, November 18, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Indiana State vs Old Dominion. Indiana State is run by senior Cooper Neese, who scored a game-high 20 points while adding 8 rebounds, 4 assists and a pair of steals. This team has a ton of depth on the roster, especially with Cameron Henry getting his second double-double of the season, and Micah Thomas, who also scored in double digits in his first career start with 15 points. Our first betting advice is to pick Old Dominion Monarchs -5. For the season, the Monarchs are 220th in the nation in scoring offense, as they put up an average of 70.7 points per game. Old Dominion pulls down an average of 36.3 rebounds per contest, while they dish out an average of 15.7 assists a night. The Monarchs are above average on the defensive end of the floor, as they give up an average of 58.7 points per contest, putting them 55th in the nation. Kalu Ezek leads the team with 15.7 points, plus 7.3 rebounds per contest. CJ Kaiser, 15.3 points, and Jalen Hunter, 12 points, are solid scoring options as well. Austin Trice, Mekhi Long, Charles Smith IV, Stephen Morris, AJ Oliver II, D'Angelo Steins and Imo Essien are key role players for Coach Jeff Jones. Old Dominion shoots 48.2% from the field as a team on the year. The Monarchs are knocking down an average of 4.7 three-pointers a game, while shooting 29.8% from beyond the arc. Old Dominion is below average at the charity stripe, as they convert only 65.5% from the line as a team on the year. Our second betting advice is to pick over 133.5. Elon vs West Virginia. However, it was once again Zach Irvin the one who stole all the headlines, as he led all scorers with 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Hunter Woods, 10 points, 5 assists, and Michael Graham, 11 points, 11 rebounds, also scored in double figures for the Phoenix, who shot 47% from the floor and 94% from the line. The Elon Phoenix are currently riding a 2-game winning streak, but fans shouldn't get ahead of themselves already. They got beaten by Florida in their only matchup against a DI rival, before destroying Randolph College and beating Bluefield College in their last game. Guard Darius Burford did a little bit of everything for them in that game, scoring 18 points with 12 rebounds and 6 assists. Our first betting advice is to pick West Virginia -13.5. The Mountaineers finished the 2020-21 season ranked number 12 in KenPom's offense rankings, but they lost some key pieces from that team. They are now listed at number 62 in adjusted efficiency. Redshirt senior guard Tosh Sherman is the top returning scorer, after averaging 13.4 points per game last season. He is pouring in 17.5 points and grabbing 4.5 rebounds to open the 2021-22 campaign. Sophomore forward Jalen Bridges is scoring 12.5 points and is also pulling down 4.5 boards. Senior guard Sean McNeil has been the only other consistent scorer, adding 11.0 points. He is dishing out a team-high 3.0 assists. Our second betting advice is to pick under 135.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Arizona State vs San Diego State. Hurley did get some good news with the returns of Jalen Graham and Jay Heath. Both made their season debuts after missing the first 2 games. Graham scored in 10 points, making an impact from the start as he blocked Jonathan Aber and went to the offensive end to score the first points for the Sun Devils. Heath scored 4 points and had 2 assists and 2 rebounds off of the Sun Devils bench. Our first betting advice is to pick San Diego State Aztecs -9. I'm sure the Aztecs are seething over their 66-60 loss to BYU. They ran out of offense when it mattered most on the road against a team they had every opportunity to beat. But make no mistake, the path to success for the Aztecs on Thursday night is still through their defense. If they can make it ugly, they can send the Sun Devils packing back home with a loss. In their only other home meeting so far this season, they yielded only 53 points to the same UC Riverside team that defeated the Sun Devils last week. It hasn't been perfect for San Diego State by any stretch, but they're still showing up on the defensive end of the floor with teams averaging 38.9% shooting against them. Arizona State has played well defensively too, but they clearly haven't faced the same level of opposition they'll see on Thursday. The Sun Devils could also be down two of their top 4 scorers, with Marcus Bagley and Luther Muhammad both being listed as questionable to play. Less offense isn't what you want to be hearing if you're an Arizona State fan right now. Our second betting advice is to pick under 137.5. Wyoming vs Washington. Wyoming's first 2 games have been nearly the same, as they beat Detroit 85-47 in the opener, and then in their last game beat Arkansas Pine Bluff 85-45. In the last game they dominated on both sides of the floor, shooting 58%, and they held the Golden Lions to 29.8% shooting. Every starter for the Cowboys scored in double figures, led by Graham Ike with 21 points, and Jeremiah Odin added 17 points and 6 rebounds. Wyoming has covered the spread in both of their games, and did so in the last one as a 25-point favorite. Our first betting advice is to pick Wyoming Cowboys, plus 3.5. The shooting has stunk to the high heavens at Washington right out of the gates. Terrell Brown Jr. is the only player on the roster averaging over 40% shooting, with at least more than an average of 6 minutes in playing time. Those offensive struggles put tremendous pressure on the Huskies to step things up defensively to win games. It also puts them in a scary situation against a Cowboys team knocking down shots from every area on the floor. They're on fire right now, and it's hard to envision that changing because of the venue. The same can't be said about Washington. As long as Wyoming can keep the floodgates open, an upset on Thursday remains a big possibility. However, if they run into a defensive wall, things could get problematic on the road. Along with running up the scoreboard, the Cowboys currently have the second best scoring defense in the country. More importantly, they have 4 players averaging in double scoring figures. A front court featuring the likes of Graham Ike and Jeremiah Odin is not anything to play around with in this game. While Washington has won their last 2 games, they have failed to cover the spread in all 3 of their games. In their last game they were at home and beat Texas Southern 72-65, but failed to cover the 8-point spread. In the game the Huskies were down 4 points at the half, but outscored the Tigers by 11 points in the second half. They played great defense, holding Texas Southern to 36.1% shooting, but they only shot 40.4% from the floor. 3 starters and 1 reserve scored in double figures in the win, led by Terrell Brown Jr., who had 20 points and 9 rebounds. Our second betting advice is to pick under 143.5.